without them going AWOL, without having the tumbleweed after the first sales conversation, without sending a proposal and then not having them sign. Okay, we're going to work really, really closely today on a plan on how you can get those people over the line. So before I start, I just want to check that you can hear me. Let me just check that everything's switched on, which is good. Can you let me know in the chat box that you can hear me and that you can see me and that you're here? So give me a heart or give me a like, comment below, #live that you're here, and I will dive into the content in a minute. So say your name, say hello, and let me know that you are present and listening and excited to learn this 4-step process. I literally have jumped off. I'm a minute late today. I've literally just jumped off a call with my client Christina, and I have to say she is a powerhouse, absolute powerhouse. And the reason why is because she has taken everything that I have asked her to do, told her to do, everything that I have told her to do and run with it. And it's been a really interesting journey that we've had together over the past 12 months because it's been a massive mindset shift for her. Hey David, hey Tashir, how you doing? So it's been a massive mindset shift for her. So she came to me with a great business, and she specializes in helping, listen to this one, she specializes in helping businesses get into China. All right, I'll just say that again. She specializes in helping businesses get into China. We started working together at the beginning of this year. Can you imagine how difficult it has been for her throughout 2020 to grow an accounting practice? Really, really difficult. But she is absolutely smashing it now. And I spoke to her when we first got together about how, you're doing all this hard work and it feels like, that you're pushing water up a hill, but eventually the compound effect to kick in and up goes the success. And that's exactly what has happened. And our conversation, our coaching call this morning that we had together was like, wow, everything's coming in. She's got 11 leads in the pipeline. She's taken on 5 clients in the past 2 weeks, and the total sum will be anywhere between sort of £100,000 and £250,000 in revenue in a matter of weeks that she's brought in. Now you might say, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money that she's brought in 2 weeks. She's still got to close the 11 of them, but that's a lot of money. Well, actually, it's not 2 weeks. It is working diligently to stay front of mind during the most horrific time that has happened for someone who specializes in helping businesses get into China. 2020 has been horrific. So I was speaking to her and I was saying, okay, let's talk about how you get these clients, because most of you are having sales conversations with prospects, and those sales conversations might last maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours sometimes. Then you send a proposal and then you get crickets. Then people aren't signing your proposals. It's tumbleweed, or they come back and they say, oh, it's too expensive. There might be a number of reasons, but you're having a sales conversation and then you're not closing that client. And one thing that I have worked on very closely with Christina is the mindset of sales conversations are not about you educating and coaching the prospect in front of you. They are literally finding out where you as an accounting firm owner fit in helping them overcome a gap of where they are now and where they want to be. So when I started working with Christina, she would have like a 1-call close and wouldn't close that many people. And the reason why is because she would give 2 hours worth of amazing value. They would feel fixed, and then off they go, and they go, no, it's okay, I'm not interested, thank you very much. Now I taught her the 3-call close, and what she actually has started doing is a 4-call close. Now you might say to me, 4 sales conversations to get a client, I can't be bothered with that. But here's the thing, Christina specializes in helping people get into China, and the initial setup of that is a $2,000 product. Okay, so it's a $2,000 setup, and then moving forward every single month, it's between $1,000 and $2,000 a month. So when you're looking at there being anywhere between sort of 10/12,000 to 24,000 a year worth of work, okay, that's worth 4 conversations. Now here is the really interesting thing. 4 conversations are not 4 conversations that last 2 hours, each of those conversations lasting 2 hours. Those calls are less than half an hour each time. So let me explain how she is taking people from watching her webinars, looking at her content online into, and these names that she's closing are not, they're not insignificant businesses. Some of these businesses you will have heard of before. They're very, very famous businesses. Okay. So I can't tell you who they are, but she's getting high, top businesses that want to go into China. So let me explain the 4-step process. So I taught her the 2-step, and I've also been working with my clients where we're thinking actually 3 steps is the way, but Christina has turned it into a 4-step process that is absolutely guaranteeing that these people will sign with her. All right. So step 1 is audition call. And the audition call should last no longer than 15 minutes. And it's there for you to audition the prospect in front of you to see whether or not they are the right kind of client for you and that they have the budget to work with you. So another of my clients, Laura, very, very, very obvious. She'll put out there that if you are not prepared to pay £500 a month for services, you're not an ideal client. So she makes sure that she gets rid of tire kickers before she even gets them on a call. Many of you do not put that kind of information out. So you need to have a 15-minute conversation to find out if someone's a good fit. If they're a good fit and they get through the audition, this is you auditioning them, not them auditioning you. 15-minute call, then you can book in a 30-minute strategy session. The 30-minute strategy session is where you deep dive into where they are now, where they want to be, what is missing, and you let them know how you can help them overcome that pain. Then you say to them, right, I'm going to send through either yes, I can help you, or no, I can't. So let's say you've said, yes, I can help you. I'm going to send through the proposal. Let's get another call in the diary where I will run through the proposal with you in 7 days or 2 weeks, because many of your ideal clients will go, that's great, send it over. I'll look over it over the next 2 weeks, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so what we want to do is send the proposal, but then we talk them through it. So we have another Zoom conversation and we run through the proposal. At that point, you will overcome objections. Okay, so they're going to say to you, oh, it's too expensive. Oh, this is missing. Oh, I don't need this. Rather than them say that in their head and say, oh, I don't think this accountant's for me. I'm not ready to move forward. You're having a conversation with them. So we're on phone call number 3 here, or Zoom call number 3. You're having a conversation, overcoming any objections and rectifying that proposal live. You're changing it live so that at the end of that call, there is an agreement that they are going to then sign the agreement. Okay, the letter of engagement. Then what you do is go, great, really happy. I'm going to send you through the letter of engagement. Let's touch base tomorrow at 9 o'clock, for example, and let's get that signed. So you have another Zoom call where you get them signed off. Now, a couple of things you might be thinking right now. One of those might be, oh, this sounds like a lot of time. Remember, these calls are short. The second thing is, oh my gosh, I don't, the value that I get for the amount of calls I've got to do. Well, then my answer is you need to put the price of your services up. Hello, I've got a puppy down here. Do you want to come and say hello to everyone on Zoom? Come here. Oh, let's say hello. Look who I've got. This is Charlie. So I know I'm educating you, but Charlie's a little monkey and keeps coming and disturbing me while I'm doing my Zooms. So Charlie is a lockdown puppy and he is good as gold, but he does like my attention. Anyway, so I'm back. So what you need to do is really understand that if you cannot have a 4-step process when it comes to doing your sales process, then you're probably not charging enough. And your confidence will go through the roof when you can take people through this journey. On top of that, your ideal prospect will feel very looked after and very comforted throughout that time where you're taking them through that 4-step process. And as you take them through it, they'll be like, oh my gosh, they're really looking after me. Oh, I have no problem. I have no questions. I'm not going to get buyer's remorse, which is what some of them do. So the 4-step process will absolutely transform the way that you sell. And as I said, Christina came to me, she had a 1-call close. In that call, it would be an hour to 2 hours long of her giving value, giving answers. So someone would say, how do I do this? And she'd give them the answer. How do I do that? You don't give answers in any of this. You literally take them on a sales journey, a sales closing journey that works beautifully. So let me know your thoughts in the chat box. Have you ever done a 4-step close? Remember, if you did a 4-step close, you wouldn't spend time worrying about whether or not people have got the proposal. You wouldn't have to chase them. Oh, I've sent you the proposal. Can you do me a favor and send it back? I've sent you the proposal. What do you think? You don't have to worry about any of that because you've got calls in the diary to take them through the entire process, and it transforms the way people feel when they buy from you, and it transforms the way that you are in control. So if you can control the sales process, you're much more likely to be able to control the after sales process, which means that you'll be able to get people to return their information to you on time. You'll get them to answer your emails. You'll get them to actually act in the way that you want them to act because you have controlled the sales process, and then you control the onboarding process, and then you control the delivery process, and you control everything. Okay? You control everything. And when you have control, you actually have freedom because you're not worried about the fact that your clients aren't doing what you want them to do. And it all starts with the sales process. Hope this has been helpful. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is. Let me know if there are any questions you've got around this. But I think a 4-step close is a fantastic way to actually get those really good clients. But you have to remember, if you're going to invest time in a 4-step close, you've got to up your prices and have a better quality product at the end of it so that you can charge more money, because then you have to invest that time. All right, I'll catch up with you all soon. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.